Hey everybody, today I got something really different to review today. The lighting's not too great down here, but this will be really brief. I just set this up on my freezer. I got this JJRC Defenders robot. I got this in from Lightake to take a look at it for them. Because it's a bit different, just a remote control robot that does some really neat stuff. For one, it shoots these little suction cup darts. Has quite a bit of power to them, not enough to hurt anything, but they're spring loaded. I don't have them pushed in all the way because they tend to occasionally misfire, like just because they're spring loaded. Sometimes they would shoot off even when you're not telling it to. So I just have them out a little bit. But it can walk. It also has wheels here on the bottom, so it can actually scoot along the ground, or it can actually walk. You can do one of the two. The walking, when you tell it to turn, the walking tends to be a little more precise. You can go in smaller increments. Then if you just tell it to turn on its wheels, it kind of goes 180 degrees each time you tell it to turn. It makes some neat sound effects. You can raise and lower this, the arm here, and of course you can have it shoot the bullets. I think it shoots about 3 or so at a time, and you can also have it go into a battle mode. It uses a nickel cadmium pack that goes in the back. I've got it all screwed in here. It's a 4 AA nickel cadmium cells. I think it's 400 milliamps. Just plugs into the back there. You only need a nickel cadmium for something like this. You don't even need a LiPo. It uses this USB charger that has this little plug on it for it. It takes like an hour and a half or so, depending on how much you run it down, of course. And it runs for about probably about 20 minutes or so before it starts to get low. The controller just takes a couple AAA batteries here in the back. I think it runs off infrared, so it doesn't have very good range. It's just infrared, and you have to kind of aim it at it to do it, but that's fine. You do your front and back and right and left turn in 2 different speeds, and this is for the driving on the wheels. This one says walk forward, so this one's drive. Like I said, this is the wheels, this is the actual steps. You got your shoot your weapons, your right hand up and down, right hand down, right hand up, the fight mode, and a shoot mode. The fight mode does a whole sequence of moving around, and then it finally shoots the bullets at the end, like if you're battling. And this one here just shoots the bullets, and it makes some neat sound effects. You can turn the volume up and down. It has a dance mode. It plays some kind of funky disco type music, dance music, and it dances around. You can also do a demo of it, and you can program it. You can program, then punch in the commands you want it to do, then hit program again, and then it'll do that. So we'll try to demonstrate some of that here when we do the test. I'll try to set the other action camera up on the floor, maybe to get some better views of this, because I'm not used to really reviewing something like this. But overall it's a really neat toy. My kids really think it's cool, so just make a really good, I think, Christmas gift for a young boy or even a girl, because I have all girls and they absolutely think it's really cool. So, and it's not expensive either. So for a robot that does a lot of stuff, it's not going to break the bank. This is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and move along now to do some tests of it. Alright, so I have the JJRC Defenders robot here in my kitchen. I'm going to drive him around here and we'll shoot a few bullets and demonstrate dance mode, and so all the things that this robot can do. So you got to make sure you're aiming it at the robot. So my controller may be out of the field of view here at times because it's just using infrared, and he can be a little bit noisy, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I got my other action camera down the other end so I can get some maybe good footage from the lower perspective. So let's go ahead and we'll trim around just using just the wheels, and he spins about not quite 180 whenever you just press the left one. And I don't know if I'm in the highest rate or not. I think that I am. It should beep twice, and they don't have it do that, so that's kind of odd. We'll just go ahead and have him drive forward here and have him drive back. And that's how you do it without moving the legs. Now you could have him turn using his legs with the wheels here. And I'll show you how that works. This one you can get a little more precise in your angle for moving. It's smaller increments. And I'll step back here and we'll show how he moves forward. He was trying to lift his arm too high. That's why it made that crunching sound. I think the walking looks neater. You can press that and speed up his walking, but it doesn't seem to be much of a difference. So I'll go ahead and press stop, and that just stops him if you want to stop him at any time. Let's go ahead and turn him back towards my camera. I'll use the steps so I can get a better angle here. Let's do it one more time. Let's try to go back. May have to just, I want to try to get it at my camera, so I'm just going to position him myself. And let's go ahead and we'll shoot some bullets there. I believe it'll probably shoot 2. You can turn the volume up and down also. That's basically for his music and some of his sound effects. Obviously, you're not going to reduce the engine or the motor noise of him walking. So let's go ahead and let's press shoot. If his arm is down, he'll lift it up. You can see, there you go. He shot 2 bullets and then he put his arm down. Hopefully we'll get some of that in the camera down there. But it shot pretty good. It's all the way up onto my stove there, so it's got pretty good pack. It is not enough to hurt you or anything, but it shoots pretty good distance. So let's go ahead and we'll let's go ahead and move him forward a few steps. And let's stop him and demonstrate the program mode. You press the program button, and then what you want it to do, we'll do 3, let's do 2 steps forward, and then we'll do dance, and then we'll hit program again. It should go. Now 2 steps forward is 2 of the full step motions, so each step is going to be several, each time you press it's more than 1 step moving forward. So as you can see, 2 presses of the step button and he's still going. Now he's going to go to dance mode. He lifts his arm up and down. I turn the sound up. That's as loud as it'll go. The dance mode's pretty neat. My girls really think that's cool. And there he's done. That's how long the dance mode is. Let's go ahead now. I'll show you how you lift his arm up manually if you want to do that. So I'll come around here and you do your hand up and it comes up in increments. You can put it back down. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and we'll turn him around and we'll see if we can put him into combat mode. And that's actually called fight. I think with fight he'll probably end up spinning around and shooting the opposite direction. So I'm just going to move him rather than try to get him precise, and let's face him away and see if I'm right. I don't know for sure. And we'll go ahead and press the fight button here. And he's going to make kind of a bomb going off warning. Okay, and he's going to make some sound effects and he should fire, hopefully, over towards my camera. There he goes. He shot the last 3. Pretty cool. That was right at the camera, so that worked out really well. Hopefully you got some good footage of that. So overall, this is just a really neat robot. I really like this a lot because it's not real expensive. It's easy to program. The buttons are large and easy to press. You can program the movements. I think I forget, I think I mentioned in the table review how many commands you can program. I want to think it was like 30. But if you skipped ahead, you can go back. I think I mentioned it in the table review. Adjust the volume. You have speed switches for both. And of course you can walk or just have it roll along. Arm up and down, dance, shoot, fight. So we covered everything on here. So overall, this is just a really neat robot. It'd be really, really good kind of Christmas present for kids. It's available on the Litex website. I don't remember the price offhand, but it wasn't real expensive. It'd just be a great gift for a kid. So highly recommend it considering what it does and for the price. So that should wrap it up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn him off because he's pretty loud. So be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and have a good day.
The power of the dark side.